Hi everyone, I'm FMZ and this is episode 2 of An Englishman Abroad, a Journeyman Story. So today we're taking a look at Brondby as a club, and as you can see from screen that I'm on right now, they were founded in 1964. They are a professional. They are a 3-star rating. They are also in the Europa League, so in the third qualifying round of that. So a chance to play in Europe as well in our third season. Let's take a look at their history. Competition-wise, they do quite well in the Superliga, in the Danish Superliga. They last won it in 2005 though, so have not won it for nearly 14 years. They did finish runners-up last year and the year before, so our objective is to go one better this time around. They did win the cup last year, and they've won that 7 times overall. Won the Danish Super Cup 4 times. So they do have a pedigree for winning trophies, which I always like. Taking a look at the finances, so there's just over £900,000 to spend. So there's not an awful lot to spend, but there's enough to bring in a few players if we need to. We'll take a look at the squad closer in a few minutes. The wage budget was just slightly under what we're allowed to spend, £136,495. We do have a scouting budget, but we do have a bit of an issue in that department. That being that we only have the one scout. We do have a chief scout, but we don't have a scout as terms of people that we can let out and go and scout players. So our ratings in the recruitment department are pretty low. We don't have a chief doctor either. Head of sports science, I think we can probably do away with one of those. A data analyst is probably someone that I will bring in because I do like a bit of data analysing. And we're okay in the coach department. So taking a look at the squad itself, and overall, it ain't bad. The worst player in the first team squad is 2.5 stars, so that's pretty good right off the bat. There are a couple of names that I actually recognise. Lasani Vigen, he played for Fulham a few years ago, so we'll take a closer look at him in a second. But we're going to start with the best rated player in the squad, and that is Heinin Mukhtar. He is a German under-21 international, plays as an attacking midfielder in the support role, but look at those attributes. Definitely a good player. Potential to be a 4.5 star player. He's currently at that rating as well. £7.5 million he is worth. He will not be sold, I can tell you that. Was recently at Red Bull Leipzig, but he's been with Brondby for a few years now. Next man to have a look at in the ratings is Kamel Vizcek, a striker, 30 years old, finishing at 14, anticipation of 16, which is very good in the striking department. Bit of pace about him as well, bit of acceleration, which is always good to have in a striker. He himself is a bit of a journeyman. He's played in Spain, he's played in Italy, but he's been with Brondby for 4 years. The only issue that I have with him at the moment, he's injured, and that's not good. Another player to have a look at is Simon Tippling, a centre midfield player, deep line playmaker, love those. So that's a really good player to have in the squad. He's been with Brondby for 2 years, was most recently in Holland before that. First touch of 15, passing of 15, technique of 15, good work rate as well, good balance, overall a good player. And then we come to Lasse Vigen. Now I had him way back with the Fulham Factor, my very first series on YouTube. It wasn't bad, it wasn't great, I'm not going to lie. So he's been at Brondby for 2 years now. Excellent player. I'm thrilled to have seen his name on the list of players when I accepted the job. And I'm delighted to be working with him again because I think he is a real talent, this boy. Looking a bit into the other squads that we have available. So we have a B team and we have an under-19s. And I found Jasper Lundstrom, an attacking centre midfield. He can play wide on the left, but he's got good stats. He's been with Brondby all of his time. He's only 18 years old. He was born in the year 2000, which makes me feel very old indeed. In terms of the strengths and weaknesses of the squad, So we've got a few players in the attacking positions. In the defensive positions, we are a bit short, particularly at left back. There's only 3 left backs on the books altogether, and there's only 2 goalies, so that's probably something that we need to have a look at right away. Other than that, there's a few positives. Good level of flair. Got corner takers. There's Camille. He's the best of 5 players to fly up front. Mentioned Lasse Vigen. So yeah, overall, I'm very happy. There's only £900,000 in the budget, as I've already said, but I can make that stretch. Not a problem at all. Loan signings. It shouldn't be an issue to get those in. Current injuries, we have 3 minor injuries. We have 1 major one. Kevin Mensah is going to miss practically the whole season. In fact, I think he's going to miss the entire season with a cruciate ligament injury. But Mukar is not too bad. Neither is Origin, and neither is Vilcek. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to try and ask for a senior affiliate, and they agree that it would be better to have players who we don't pay for than players that we do. So that's always a good start. I like a chairman that likes to listen to me. So there are only 14 teams within the Superliga. So we play each other twice over 26 games, but then we do break into half. So the bottom 8 will play in the relegation stages. The top 6 will play in the championship group, when I'm assuming that we'll get to a final of some description to see who actually wins the league at the end of it. But it goes from the 13th of July, so not very long at all until our first league game, to the 17th of March. So let's take a look at the competition itself. So Copenhagen are the favourites to win the title. We are 3rd favourites behind Midtjylland and Copenhagen, of course. There are a few teams that I recognise. Aalborg, Tottenham played those in the Europa League a few years ago. Odense, Efsberg. So it's good to know who you're up against as well, I think, in a save like this. If you're going to go out and about abroad, Denmark's probably not a bad place to start, in fairness. But as I mentioned earlier, we don't have a lot of time before our first game against Randers. That's away from home in the Superliga. It's only the preliminary phase, of course, because obviously the top 6 will then qualify for the knockout round. I'm assuming it's going to be a knockout round. It might well be a group. But we'll find out when we get there. But we are going to be kicking it off, the new season, with Randers away from home. And starting away from home is not going to be easy. First time into a brand new job in a new country. I've never, ever done Denmark before on Football Manager, so I'm so excited to be doing this. Looking forward to bringing you An Englishman Abroad. If you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and would like to do so, please click the subscribe button down in the corner. That was episode 2 of An Englishman Abroad, a Journeyman Story. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.